either B. Dot or John, talk to me. Who on this quarterback list sticks out for you for Week 6?
Well, there's one thing that B-Dot always loves on the overview, and there's one thing that I always love. And this week, they're the same thing because B-Dot always starts with Lamar Jackson, always a matchup nightmare for any defense. And I always look, who's playing the Commanders defense? Because I want that guy. So Lamar Jackson facing the Commanders this week, I think that's a hell of a matchup. Like, just look for wide receivers and quarterbacks against Washington. It's the perfect formula. Their secondary is terrible. They give up tons of yards and touchdowns, and their offense is so high-powered that they don't let teams establish the run against them because teams are always passing to keep up with the Jaden Daniels-led offense. So it's been pretty good. It's foolproof if even the Cleveland offense can put up numbers. Amari Cooper hit his over last week. Deshaun Watson didn't hit his passing over, but we didn't bet that, so don't worry. If even that offense can put up numbers against this Commanders defense, I definitely love Baltimore to do the same there. So B-Dot, you can chime in why Lamar is such a good matchup against anybody, but for me, it's about the Washington Commanders defense there.
Man, I 100% agree. You know, I never go against LJ. You feel me? And especially against that that Commanders defense. It's a great pick, John. But this week I'm going with Kirk Cousins, my Atlanta Falcons, my Dirty Birds, man, against them Carolina Panthers, 26th ranked opponent defense. Kirk Cousins had a career game last week. 4 touchdowns, 509 yards, 72.4 completion rate, and that dub. And I called it, by the way. I didn't get to talk my junk last week because I wasn't here. So I'm gonna say a little bit more on this pod. But like I said, I like Kirk Cousins against that Carolina Panthers defense. He's gonna do his thing. He's gonna go crazy. Him and Drake London and Mooney there. He's finding his swag, and I think this is going to be the one non-close game. The Falcons win. I got Kirk Cousins with 3+ touchdowns, 274 yards, and a 72 completion passing rating. So, what you got for us, Ty?
Yeah, so I actually I'm going to go with that bad man, Joe Burrow. I know the Bengals, from a record standpoint, aren't where they want to be as a team, but over the last 3 weeks, Joe Burrow is really starting to put it together. I know, B-Dot, you were a fan of the hair. I'm not sure if the blonde's starting to wear off a little bit, but he's definitely starting to chuck the rock. In his last 3 games, he's had 10 touchdowns, so passing touchdowns. So I definitely expect him to continue to show this dominance, especially against the Giants, who I think might be riding a little too high off of a victory last week. And obviously getting back T. Higgins, as well as getting back a Jamar Chase, who was holding in, but either way, in my opinion, wasn't necessarily at 100%, ready to play on game day. So now that he's obviously stretched his legs a little bit and is back to midseason form, Joe Burrow is just, picking his poison in terms of who or when he's throwing the rock. So give me him against the Giants this week, whether you're looking at player props, definitely maybe over that touchdown prop as well as maybe yardage.
I don't know if that blonde highlight fades as much as you get, like the regular colored roots beneath it. So he's rocking like the frosted tips, like he should be the lead singer of Bowling for Soup or something like that this week. So I don't know. Is the magic fading? I don't know if it was there yet this year. So I feel like he's just catching his stride. So maybe he needs to get this out of his system.
I think it's just a hair dye that's fading.
I think it is. I think the hair dye was messing with his mental. And he's 5 touchdowns last week, and he was using his legs. Okay, he had added 1 rushing yard on 2 carries now, so he finding his swag.
Yeah, everybody putting up tons of passing yards against that Baltimore defense is making me feel terrible about the Bills only putting up 10. So I'm worried, but we'll see how that turns out. But you guys want to move to running backs?
Let's get it.
Yeah, let's do it.